I thought you were good, Paul. But you're not good. You're just another lying old dirty birdie.
That was
just a lying dirty birdie.
Dirty birdie.
Dirty birdie, Paul.
Thought you were good, Paul. Fuck, I love her so much.
So good.
Yeah.
She's so good. Welcome to Screams and Streams, the podcast that looks at the best and worst horror movies as rated on Rotten Tomatoes from 1970 onwards. I'm your host, Mike, and with me are my co-hosts,
Chad
and
Sam.
Be sure to check us out on Instagram. Our handle is @ScreamStreamPod. Also check out our website, screamsandstreams.com, for more information about the films we are looking at. Just a warning, if you don't like spoilers, we recommend that you stop listening now, check out the film, and then rejoin us for our discussion. Today, we're looking at a film that was overlooked as we were going through the 90s and wanted to cover it before we went on to the millennium. It is Rob Reiner's 1990 film, Misery, and one of Chad's favorites. It scored 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's get into it. Chad, please give us a plot summary.
After a famous author is rescued from a car crash by a fan of his novels, he comes to realize that the care he is receiving is only the beginning of a nightmare of captivity and abuse.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Well, for the sinister sip, Paul Sheldon has a glass of champagne when he finishes a novel. And since we're finishing a decade, I thought that we would also have a glass of sparkling wine.
Ooh.
Yay.
I did not have the money to buy you a $400 bottle of Dom Perignon. I apologize.
Is that what it costs?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Don Perignon?
Dom Perignon. Yes, if you are a connoisseur.
Oh, wow.
It's $400 a bottle. So we are having Mango Moscato sparkling wine today.
Yeah. Or we could have had it. We could have had that like tub of wine she has on the table. That, like that, it looks like cooking wine.
Yeah. I did think about I was looking at cocktails that were like champagne, red wine combined.
Yeah,
and they were not pretty.
Yeah,
so I was like, no.
I like this one.
Yeah. Cool.
Cheers,
Thank you,
everybody.
Delicious.
Fizzy and refreshing.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good summer drink.
Mm-hmm.
Could crush a few of those.
Yep. Sure could.
Gets dangerous.
Risky business.
All right, Chad, we know you love this film, so why don't you start off with your first impression?
Well, I can't give a first impression. I've seen this film like no less than 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
I used to highlight it in my film class. We'd talk about it. From the moment I first saw it, I loved it. I love Kathy Bates. I love James Caan. They work so well together, and it's just simple. It's like the practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy the sound effects. I really enjoy like, to me, it's just one of those movies that hit everything. It clicked all the boxes. Like I loved it.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll give my first impression next. This is also not the first time I've seen this. I've watched it several times as well. And amazingly, I was looking at it, I'm like, I know I saw this in the theater, which is insane because it's rated R.
Yeah.
And it came out in 1990, but I know that that hobbling scene, I remember seeing on the big screen.
Well, I don't imagine the ushers were too strict with their...
Yeah. And so like back then, little Mikey was a massive fan of Stephen King. So I was excited to go see it for that.
Right.
And I had read the novel by then as well. And so I was just like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this. And I was blown away.
I've actually been listening to it as an audiobook, but I'd like to read it because I've never read the original. I know it's it's a lot more graphic.
Yeah.
But I'd like to read it.
All I remember of the novel is that like the Misery, like the Misery novel parts, because you get to read selections of Misery's Child and the novel Misery that he's writing.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. Like it's a hard read. It is Stephen King just like, I think getting the garbage out, like almost Harlequin-esque horror style stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I loved this movie when I saw it, and I've watched it multiple times, and it's one that I never get tired of.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's coming, you know the jump scares, you know the tension, and it still gets under my skin when I watch. Yeah.
Yep. No, I agree.
Sam, what was your thoughts on Misery?
I've actually never seen this movie before. I know.
Really?
I never even heard of it, to be honest, which is crazy.
Holy.
I know. So I came out from under the rock. and I had zero context. I like to go into movies without any. And first thing I was like, oh, I love the two main actors. So I was like, amazing. And yeah, it was really, really good. I watched it with my husband, who doesn't usually watch a lot of the movies with me, but we both really, really enjoyed it. So it was really, really good.
So
Awesome.
In 2026, it still holds up.
Yes, I would say so.
Yeah. Oh, that's wicked. I would love to go back to watch this again for the first time.
I think it would have
I
been so
know.
cool in theaters. So
Yeah.
I'm jealous you got to see that. But yeah, I thought it was.
I wish they'd re-release it because it would be. I would go, even though I've seen it 100 times on DVD, or I would go see it in theater.
Yeah, that's good.
Remaster it and get that sound up a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
For
good.
sure. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for that. We're now going to move into our Tropes Hall of Shame. Sam, I know you just finished off that category, but why don't you start us off here?
The long driving montage.
Mhm.
I know that it's like needed for the plot, like
Yeah.
literally. But yeah, that one. And then staring out of the window longingly. So just as always by both Captor and yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, there is some staring out that window. For
a
sure,
lot.
And Chad, what about yourself?
Well, I had the lightning emphasizing doom.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I also had Killer Doesn't Die. Like,
Yep.
always comes back for that one last
Yeah.
Mhm.
bit. Yeah. So those were my first two.
All right. Thank you. And for me, I had The Phone Lines Are Down,
Yeah. I had that
allegedly.
Yeah.
And
But is that a trope? But like, she just lies. Like, does she even have a phone?
So
I don't
remember he
know.
picked it up and it was
Yeah,
Yeah,
fixed,
it was empty.
but
Yeah.
I don't think she has a phone at all because it would have had like if it had gone off at any point, like
Yeah,
not
it would've
that
heard
she
it,
doesn't
yeah.
have a lot of friends or anything, but someone like a telemarketer would have called or
Yeah.
something, right? During his stay.
Well, fine. The trope is isolated with no communication. But yeah.
Okay.
like,
Yeah, I have an isolated house
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
And the trope of like giving up just before finding what you're searching for. So when the sheriff or Richard Farnsworth is looking, he
Oh,
falls
with the
down
tire?
the hill
That
and he's like, well, there's nothing. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Sam, what else?
I know you had said the lightning, Chad, but just having a thunderstorm in the middle of winter seemed weird to me.
Yeah, they do it. Do they do it twice? Or is it just the one time?
Okay, so I have a comment later that
So-
it said, okay, go ahead. It's in my gratuitous. And I was like, this thunderstorm's lasting 100 days. Like, I was like, it's lasting forever. So maybe it was two different times.
That comes to me. The whole timeline stuff comes a little
Yeah.
later for me in a different category. But there is the one time right before the hobbling scene where there's lightning and then she injects him with the painkiller. But then there's the raining scene where she is upset
Right.
and she talks about, I have this gun, and she's in her robe, and then she just walks out into the rain.
Yeah.
So I think those are
Multiple.
different storms.
Yeah. And maybe just for filming, they couldn't get the snow to melt and they didn't have a long shooting schedule.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it would have been like months.
Yeah.
of-
Yeah.
I know you're going to bring it up later, but
And Chad, another trope from you?
I had the small town sheriff that is way smarter than his station.
Yeah.
Right? Like he basically figures out the FBI is like, Paul Sheldon's probably dead. If the animals didn't get him, the weather did. And he's like, well, he might be dead, but not the way they said it. Like
Yeah. Because he's the only one that noticed the crowbar marks.
Yeah, he's like, look, someone pulled him out of there. So he knows that.
My last one is researching information in the library for past news articles.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what would have saved Paul Sheldon with his ordeal? Let's get into our don't go back in the house. And the only thing I had was maybe check the weather before you drive
Yeah.
in the mountains.
I had don't drive in a storm.
yeah. Check the road status too.
Yeah.
So-
But also maybe get winter tires. Don't accelerate into the skid.
Well, maybe if you're driving to a cabin in the middle of winter, maybe have a 4-wheel drive or something that's not a Mustang. Like those things are notoriously bad for traction in bad weather. Like you just don't.
A 67.
All things bad.
Yeah. And it wasn't like you had to rush off anywhere. Like
No.
just postpone your trip a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just finished his book. He's heading home.
No.
Like,
And during the skidding scene and all, it's just a whole bunch of like acceleration noises. So it's like it's ice.
Yeah,
It's sheer ice.
the tires are just going,
Yeah.
and he's just full turn. I'm like, who drives like this?
All right.
Idiot authors.
Idiot authors.
That would have stopped everything from happening. Absolutely. Okay. Now, Kathy Bates was amazing with our opening line, and she had a few other gems as well. So let's get into our one-liners. Sam, what did you have for your one-liner?
All right. I obviously had the opening one, the Dirty Birdie. This one's a little bit long here. It's when she comes home and she says, I know I left my scrapbook out. I can imagine what you might be thinking of me. But you see, Paul, it's all okay. Last night it became so clear. I realize you just need more time. Eventually, you'll come to accept the idea of being here. Paul, do you know about the early days of the Kimberley diamond mines? Do you know what they did to the native workers who stole diamonds? Don't worry, they didn't kill them. That would be like junking your Mercedes just because it had a broken spring.
Yeah.
No, if they caught them, they had to make sure they could go on working, but they also had to make sure they could never run away. The operation was called hobbling.
Oh.
And then as soon as she takes out that piece of wood, you're like, oh my God. And then Paul, of course, goes, Annie, whatever you're thinking. And we know that scene gets hit and breaks his legs. And then at the end, she goes, almost done, just one more, swings it again, and then goes, God, I love you. And then just leaves. I was like, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that whole scene is just,
Crazy.
when I first saw it, I don't know, I wouldn't say traumatized me, but it was just like, oh my God.
It was like, holy fuck, like you're fucked.
I cannot believe this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so well done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
I had I'm your number one fan.
Yeah, I had that
Yeah.
one. Of course. Yeah.
Yep. And then I love this because, we have to establish that it's a small town, and Virginia walks into the sheriff's office when he's on the phone. She's like, we got a phone call? Busy morning.
I had that one too. Yeah.
All right. Well, I won't steal more of yours, Chad, so please go ahead with your line.
Well, I had another one. Sorry, but I get to do this one. It was when she's critiquing Paul Sheldon's new book, and it's about the swearing.
Oh, I have this line too.
I love that so much. It's like, what do you think I say when I go to the store? Now, Wally, give me some of that effing pig feed, 10 pounds of that bitchly cow corn. And at the bank, do I tell Mrs. Ballinger, oh, here's one a big bastard of a check. Give me some of your Christing money. There, look. See what you made me do. She spills the soup.
She's spilling the soup all
And
over
she's
him.
getting all animated, and she spills the soup, and then that's the time where Paul's like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah,
Like,
you'll be crazy.
look at this woman. Like, and his facial expressions are. I won't get into that's my stood the test time. They're just amazing. And then I had this one. The other one, she says, "Oh, forgive me for prattling away and making you feel all oogie." Like, just her little Annie Wilkesisms are awesome.
Thank you, Chad. Sam, did you have some more lines?
I had Chad's, the one that you just went through. And then the other one that, or my last one was, because if I die, you die.
Oh.
And just like when that realization hits, it's like, oh, fuck. Like, yeah.
And she tears down that whole facade of like, oh, people may be coming for you. Or at that moment, she's like,
Yeah, that's
like, you better hope
Yeah.
nothing happens to me and you are fucked.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I also had when she gives him the wheelchair and he's like, oh, I always wanted to visit the other side of the room. So good.
I also love when she gives him his shaver and he's like, oh, if I would have known this was a surprise, I would have burned all my books.
This is so good.
Such a kidder.
I love when she's talking about the cereals and the guy, like the car goes over the cliff and she's like, he didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car.
Yeah.
I didn't want to write out her whole rant, but yeah.
That one's amazing too. Yeah.
All right, Chad, do you have some other lines?
With that one, what does she call them? Chapter plays or something? Like
Yeah.
she calls them one thing and he's like, yeah, they used to call them cereals.
Cereals. I think
I
she
know
calls them
that, Mr. Man.
Mr. Man.
I'm not stupid. Like she's so agreeable out of the gate.
Yeah.
And when he asks her about, I can't remember how it happens, but he asks her to to look at his book, and she's like, well, would great be insulting? And he's like, yeah, I'll take great. She just like lathers on the praise at the start.
Yeah.
And then really breaks it down after that moment where she's like, because if I die, you die.
Yeah.
And put a little spam in the in the meat. She's got so many good lines.
So many. And with so many good lines, towards the end when she finally breaks, she's like, I'm going to kill you, you lying cocksucker.
Yeah.
It's a very different Annie Wilkes.
Yeah. Or when and then at the end when he's like shoving, eat it till you choke, you crazy bitch. Shoving burnt pieces of paper in her throat. Like, just nuts. Yeah.
Oh. Chad, do you have any other lines?
The one part I really liked where you see Kathy Bates like broken down and stripped away, Annie Wilkes, where she's like, you'll never know the fear of losing someone like you if you're someone like me. Yeah. She delivers that line with so much heart that I just like was, it's pretty rough.
Yeah. So good though. So she delivers so many haunting lines in this movie.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those lines were amazing and they do hold up, but some parts of this film might not have held up. Since Chad loved this movie so much, he said that there were none for him.
That's right.
Sam and I found some things. Sam, what didn't hold up for you?
Mine are like pretty surface level things. Like we already talked about driving a rear wheel drive on a snowy mountain pass. And where's your studded tires? The gross soup when she freaks out that time. It was so pale looking. I was like, what is that slop that you're making? Like when she spills the soup or whatever.
It's tomato soup with
carrot ginger.
It looks not
puree.
It looks so pale.
Yeah.
I was like, that needs some vibrancy.
I don't.
She didn't roast her vegetables before she pureed them.
Seriously.
Don't imagine it was delicious. I feel for James Caan, and they probably had to do that scene multiple times. And he's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta eat the soup."
Shitty soup. It looks awful. And then my last one is I actually didn't find that the blood looked great until she hit her head on the typewriter.
So
I actually was kind of like, oh, the blood doesn't look good. So that was something that I felt didn't hold up.
Right.
But when she hits it on the typewriter, then I'm like, okay, now it looks a lot better. Yeah.
Oh, can I add one? Sorry.
No.
You already put 0 on the sheet.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Chad.
It's the dummy that hits the typewriter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like when they do the cut scene and she falls like that, I think they linger a little too long on it. So you realize that it's like when I first saw it, it seemed seamless.
Yeah.
But as I've seen it like multiple times now, I think they linger a little too long on it. It looks fake.
Yeah. Justin did say I didn't catch it.
I didn't catch it
either because maybe I was talking about the blood or typing on my phone, but he did say he's like, that wasn't the best.
It doesn't look
great.
Yeah.
But.
All right. For me, it's one of Annie Wilkes' lines. She's like, what's that ceiling that Dago painted?
Oh.
And I was just like, oh, Jesus. Like, I haven't.
So you're strictly academic. It's like.
Well, I understand we're not supposed to like her, but I was just like, wow, this like anti-Italian racism just was like came out of nowhere. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's also supposed to show her like she's not wicked smart either, right? Like she's just kind of a brooding, physical creature that is just
I hope no one describes me like that ever. Just a brooding physical creature.
Not person, not presence, creature.
Well, that comes out in my research a little later.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Sam, do you have anything else that does well? Nope. Okay. We're now going to go into what was most gratuitous. So, Sam, what do you have for most gratuitous?
The leg smashing scene. I thought like they looked disgusting after. It looked painful. It lasted a long time.
Yeah.
It was.
His swollen, bruised feet were so. Oh.
Yeah, it was really like you could like feel it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was good and really well done. But like, oof.
Very graphic. Yeah. And did you have another one?
The rainstorm that lasted 100 days. That maybe didn't. So.
For me, it was because there's little to pick apart in this, but the amount of paper she buys 3 reams, so 1,500 pages of paper.
Yeah.
Now I know that writers with typewriters, they make a mistake. They got to tear it up and crumple it and throw it away in a dramatic fashion on film. But like, that's a lot of paper to buy. Like, I'm going to write a novel. It's going to take 1,500 pages.
But all those misery books are pretty large, right?
I
Not
guess
15.
500 to 600 maybe.
Yeah, but okay. So
But then there's editing.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So you got to like scratch that out and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I think it is a lot of paper. I would agree, but
Nope, I don't agree.
okay.
I think it's the
jury.
perfect amount of paper.
Now let's get into what was terrifying or titillating. And I'm not going to make any assumptions on what side of the fence you two are on because I had 0 for this one. But Sam, what titillated or terrified you?
Mine was the terrifying aspect. Just being held hostage like that. Like,
Yeah.
holy fuck.
For
Like,
sure. Yeah.
and not being able to. And like, he's like trying to manipulate her as well. And then it
Yeah.
always fails. So every single thing that he tries fails. And just being trapped like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's terrifying.
Fair enough. Chad?
I think it just piggybacks off what Sam was saying. It's the helplessness of it all, right?
Yeah.
Because he's so helpless and dependent on her for so long. And then he starts to recover and he's like, okay, it's going to be soon. I'm going to be able to move on.
Right.
And then she breaks him again. It's just like that constant, like, I'm growing, I'm getting better. Boom, I'm down.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard enough to be dependent on anybody, right?
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
then have to rely on somebody who is psycho.
Yeah. And who you like despise.
Yes.
Like, you're like,
Yeah.
Like, you very quickly realize, like, I got to get the fuck out of here, but I can't.
But I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. That is terrifying to me. You're like a prisoner in your own body. Like,
Yeah.
you just can't do anything.
Yeah.
That would just drive me nuts.
kind of reminded me of what was that movie? Was it Monkey Shines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where
Just
he-
that helplessness and like seeing all this shit go on. You're like, fuck, like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And you're like,
Yeah.
stop it. But
Yeah.
you can't physically do
Do
it.
anything.
And the anger that must like writhe up in you, I think, for me anyways, I would just be so mad.
Yeah.
that I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even when she's like spilling the lighter fluid on him, right? Like you have no
Well,
way to fight that
And
off.
so nonchalantly, like, just like, if you don't do this, I'm going to burn you. It's basically what she's
Crazy.
doing. It's like, holy shit.
yeah.
Yep.
And then to have that go on and then be re-injured. And then when she finds the knife, like, everything just falls apart for him.
Mm-hmm.
It would be, just terrifying.
Okay. No, we all love this movie and we all enjoyed it, but let's highlight the moments that made it great in what stood the test of time. And my first test of time is Paul's bruised legs after the accident.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
That makeup
So
is
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
And my next one is the silence before she confronts Paul about Misery's death. Like, it's just pure silence. There's no music. There's no hint that something's about to go south. And then she just comes in like, you killed her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Chad, what stood the test of time for you?
Well, the acting
Yep.
is huge. It still holds true. Like, it's an old film and it's still amazing to watch. And I alluded to this before, is the facial expressions of Paul Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
When she knocks over the wine that he's worked so hard
Yes.
to save up all this novel, that he's like, okay, this is my chance. And he knocks that over. You just see his his defeat.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh my God. And then when she first freaks out and he's just, whoa, is this real?
Mhm.
Yep.
He acts this amazingly. And then I had the leg break.
Yeah.
Yep.
The hobble scene.
Oh, so good.
Those are my two.
All right. Thank you. Sam, what stood the test of time for you?
I pretty much have the exact same things that you guys have been saying. I said the
Oh, yeah.
makeup was good, the writing was good, the acting was amazing. I said when she snaps after finishing the book, the blood pooling was good.
Yeah.
And I liked the like tension I liked the scene where he was like exploring the house.
Oh, yeah, the tension is
And
so
the tension in that scene I thought was really, really good.
When she's driving back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
And she was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like what's
Yeah.
going on? Doesn't piece it together till
Your
later.
color is very hectic.
Yeah. What happened?
What have you been doing?
And he's like, you know what happened? I was like, fuck, she knows what happened. He's like, and then he talks about the pain meds.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
oh God. Yeah. Like, way to turn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. I'd had that one as well. And I love Richard Farnsworth. I think he's like the grandfather everybody wished they had.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
so
the
good.
sheriff. Yeah.
But the repartee between him and Virginia, the deputy,
so good.
so good. Yeah.
Honey, when we're in this vehicle, you're my deputy, not my wife.
Oh, that's my LOL.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. It's just like, well, this deputy would rather be home under the covers with the sheriff.
So good.
They're so good.
Yeah.
And then that, like, it's that sarcasm that's given our marriage that kind of spice. He is Matthew in Anna Green Gables.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that as a kid and loving Matthew.
Oh, and everybody loved Matthew.
He was just amazing. And when he passed away, just like being broken.
Never watch it again.
Especially when you get into the story of that. But
Yeah.
let's not do that here.
No,
we need
we're
to be
good.
laughing. And another test of time is their fight at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's intense.
you get into the research of the relationship between Kathy Bates and James Caan, and then you watch that and you're just like, how close to the edge were both of them at that moment with each other?
The frustration of both of them just all came out. It's like, okay, now we're going to have the fight scene. It's like, yes. Eat it.
Fucking finally, it's my moment.
It was very well done.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like an easy fight. Like they showed like they both kind of went back and forth.
Yeah.
They weren't fighters, but so good.
Well, and the other thing is like the pain, like you really see, I'm willing to risk like anything to get out of this situation right now. Like the pain of him grabbing his broken legs and swinging them into Annie Wilkes so she trips and falls and hits the typewriter. Like, my God, that would hurt so bad.
So fucking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So good. All right, let's move to the moments that made us laugh out loud. Chad, what made you laugh as you watched this haunting fight for survival by Paul?
The introduction of Misery the pig.
Oh, yeah.
She's and she like makes the face and it's like, it's Misery. And his face. And he's like, it's a pig is what she is. Yeah.
Yep.
So good. Yeah.
Yes.
That was mine.
All right, thank you. And Sam, what made you laugh out loud?
I had the sex bickering, the ones you already talked about. So yeah.
And I just had when they call the sheriff's office looking for the sheriff, and she's like, "Oh, he's not here. He's probably out having an affair somewhere."
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, "Virginia, if I had the energy."
I'm flattered you think I have the energy to be with two women.
So good.
Yeah,
I was like,
love that.
anytime he was like, Virginia.
Oh, yeah. She's always like up here, and he's just calming her down. He's like, all right, yeah,
Okay, all right, you got that out of your system.
And then I just had the first line of like when he's got the typewriter and he just writes fuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is the pressure. Yeah. So that made me laugh out loud. All right.
I did have one more. Can I give you one more?
Absolutely. Chad, what else did you have?
I had the when he gives her the finger.
Oh.
Hi, honey. And he's like throws out the bird, and then she's like, such a kidder.
Such a kidder. Oh, you.
Yeah. And she's hauling around that massive thing. Like it's trying to show how strong she is.
Yeah.
Right? She's hauling around that massive thing of pig feed or it looks like dog chow though.
Yeah.
And she's just like under her arm, walking like it's
No big deal.
nothing. Yeah.
Well, the way she pulls him out of that car.
Oh,
up
I
the
know.
hill.
Just, whoosh, and just grabs him quick. Yeah.
That's in my hide in the shadows. It's like, she is strong as fuck.
Yeah.
She lifted that boy over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. We're now going to get into what was eerie or ear splitting in the film. Sam, did you have anything for this?
Yeah, I said the opening song was a choice. And
was a choice.
But then I love that the last song was I'll Be Seeing You.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I put like the opening song does not match what's coming.
No.
Yeah.
And for you, like you must be like, what movie is it? Like, Do the Jerk?
I was like, what is happening? Yeah. So, yeah.
It's almost
Very confusing.
Yeah. tonality shift for sure. And Chad, what was ear splitting for you?
I said the music adds to Annie's flip outs so much. It's like Flight of the Bumblebees. Where it's just like this crazy chaotic. It starts really low and builds up. The angrier she gets, it seems like the bigger the song gets. Yeah. Yep. So that was good. And Liberace, I'm going to put my Liberace on. And then she goes, but when she's doing the hobbling scene, that slow, like that song in that scene, I was, holy shit.
I think it's Liberace playing a Tchaikovsky or a piano concerto.
It's just so dark and crazy that I just loved it. Yeah.
I put for the music when Kathy Bates is losing her mind, like it was a little too much. Like she is terrifying.
Thought so?
Well, she's terrifying on her own.
Yeah.
Like the music definitely built up the tension and built up the insanity.
Yeah.
But I feel like Kathy Bates does such a good job. Those scenes could have been without a score and probably just as horrifying. Maybe.
I disagree. Oh, yeah. I liked I appreciate your comment, but I loved the how it builds up, especially with her talking about the cockadoodie car.
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah.
It's like it starts really light.
It does start light,
and then it builds up till she realizes, and then it stops, and then she realizes like, I've kind of freaked out a bit. And then her next one is like, I honestly think I'm I'm not as popular because of my temper.
You think?
Anyways, I like the music, but I can understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
All right, let's get into our what the fuck moment. Chad, what made you say what the fuck to a movie that you love?
It was, and I remember this it was when the first time I saw it, it was when the sheriff got shot.
Oh, yeah.
When they open up the door and he's like, Mr. Sheldon, and then and then he's done, and I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah, that was crazy.
He dies? What? And then so that like freaked me out.
All right. Sam, did you have any what the fucks?
Mine was just, I know, Chad, you already mentioned the pig. But like why people want pigs as pets is like beyond me.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's gross. But anyways, that was my what the fuck. I just wasn't expecting a pig to launch out of there. You know,
it's like people have raccoons as pets.
I love raccoons. I would love to have a raccoon as a pet.
Trash panda.
I love raccoons.
Really?
Yes.
My daughter does too.
Love them.
She's just like, oh, they're so cute, little fur babies.
Yeah.
Like, no.
There's a place in Mexico where you can have dinner and feed raccoons. I saw it on TikTok and I want to go.
Okay.
So I think they're really cute.
I've heard of people actually having like pet skunks too. Like they get the scent.
Deglanded?
Yeah, they get that taken out and then they just have them around.
I'd rather have a skunk. I think skunks are cute.
You think skunks are better than raccoons?
Yeah.
Raccoons are their little hands when they grab you. I bet they would reach up and give such good hugs.
Oh my God.
Raccoons.
They're a wild animal.
They're going to be domesticated. They're on a list that they're going to be domesticated soon because of their proximity and relationship with humans.
Really?
So I'm hoping it's in my lifetime. So
oh my God, you're going to have a raccoon pet.
Oh my God. I want a raccoon and I want a fox. So yeah, I don't want a pig.
Nope.
Skunk, meh.
But raccoons and foxes, you're all over
10
that,
out of 10.
Okay, now we might have some questions or some things that didn't hit other categories. Let's get into what was hiding in the shadows. Sam, what did you have hiding in the shadows?
I said just how strong Annie was, but then how tiny his bed is. It's like a little children's bed.
But also how tiny her bed is.
Yes.
Like when the sheriff comes up there, because she's a larger woman.
Yeah.
Yep.
He comes up there and it's just like this
single
little twin.
clot.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I had at the very beginning when he's got his book and he's typing it out before he leaves the lodge and gets into his accident, he ends it with a ... question mark.
Okay.
And I'm just like, that is horrible writing.
Yeah.
Because the ellipses implies thought will continue. And a question mark also implies a rhetorical keep thinking about this. So to be like, ... question mark. Just like, oh my God, he's not a good writer. And then,
well, he was only popular because of the Misery books, right?
Right. And so
maybe, and she hated his new book.
Right.
So maybe he's not a great writer.
I don't think he is. I posit to you. I did enjoy, like, we get the news articles and we get to see exactly what happened. but her little small hints about what happened in the past.
Yeah.
And where she's like, I don't really remember all the details. And that, when I was in the court, I couldn't remember all the details or whatever it was.
Yeah. My mind gets muddy.
Yeah. I thought that was very well done. Chad, what did you have hiding in the shadows?
I've never done this, and I don't know if you guys have, but I wonder if picking a lock with a bobby pin works.
I don't know.
I've never had success with it.
That
when I've
old
tried.
school lock that he's got, and he had to tell he's like, oh, I wrote about this now do it.
Yeah, I did like that.
I don't think it works as quickly as he, especially the second time when he's like, she's coming in the house and he's like frantically trying to get it locked. I don't know, but I've never done that before. So I was wondering about that. I'd like to try it. I've never tried it. So my second question was like, when he goes on his tour, he's really good with the novel. Like he makes sure the novel is face forward. But when he knocks the penguin over, he doesn't make sure that that's put back exactly right. Like he just puts it back. And I think that's maybe to tell the audience that, oh, he's fucked. Yeah. Like she's going to figure it out. Yeah.
And it's like at what point and when. So it builds that tension.
Another thought that came to me is like, he is a published writer of 8 novels. He types with 2 fingers.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I did think about that too. It's like he types like my old principal types an email.
Yeah. And I understand like some people aren't good typists, but after 8 novels, you are going to use more than 2 fingers to type out 500 pages. Oh,
my justification for that is that it's an old typewriter and the keys are probably very stiff, and so he's using his more force with those than he is, because when you use all your fingers to do it, you're not typing as hard.
Right.
Yeah. So I think he has to do that. That's the only thing.
I'll give you that.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. And then my only other one was like when the sheriff is driving up to the house, they both hear that sheriff's car from very far away.
Far away.
I was like, Louise is like, how did they even hear that? I'm like, it must be single pane windows in a
most likely.
Maybe the windows are also open.
Yeah. Like I could see if she was looking out or was out in the yard and then saw him from a ways away and ran in. Like that would make more sense. But yeah, they do hear it. Like the car coming through the snow is very loud.
For sure. All right. This movie is great, but is it the best? Did something else do it better? Let's get into our Fright Done Right. Sam, what did you have?
Okay. There's quite a few movies that I kind of thought of. Like the vibe was very similar to like The Shining, where it's one scene, like one area you can't leave or anything like that. It also reminded me a little bit of Funny Games as well. Like,
keeping you locked in
and
there.
I had the same reaction as well. Like you kind of like, and the helplessness by the family, and like you had hope and then it's just torn away.
Yeah.
And even when they did the rewind too, it was like, that just made you feel so hopeless. Right.
Yeah.
So that was really similar. And I think that this is pretty on par with those films, I would say.
Yeah.
One that it reminded me of, and I can't remember it. I've seen it before, but I can't remember where I would place it in comparison to this because I watched it so long ago. But The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Oh yeah.
Is like really on par with the with the caregiver stuff. I would say this one's probably better based on what I remember. It is. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Hand That Rocks the Cradle is good, but this is
way better.
Yeah.
I just saw it so long ago. I'm like, I don't think I can really comment if it was great or not, but
awesome. I couldn't really think of anything better than this because I think Misery is amazing. But then when Chad earlier, you were talking about that whole like helplessness and trapped and unable to like get out.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of this movie called The Diving Bell and the Butterfly.
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah. About the guy he's got locked in syndrome. Yeah. And that movie terrifies me for a different reason. Like I couldn't imagine being in that position of like unable to communicate, but being fully aware.
Yeah.
And so I just saw like that isolation, that inability to communicate, that inability to get help.
Right.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say like, oh, it's a much better movie than Misery, but it just this paralleled.
It's a different movie than Misery, but
it's definitely not a horror.
but that feeling of being trapped. Yeah.
And Chad, did you have anything for Fright Done Right?
No. I thought this one did it.
Did it right?
It was good. Like as far as captivity, like I was thinking, there are a lot of movies where people are held prisoner and like things like, I mean, you want to go to Gore Fest, you could go to Hostel where they take kids down there and torture them and stuff. But this was just well acted and just so well written and so well directed and done. Rest in peace, Rob Reiner. But yeah, it's just such a good film that I think it did it right.
And it didn't need the violence or the gore, right?
No.
Like, so much of this was implied,
Yes.
like terror and
that's what I liked about it.
Of,
there is some horrible scenes, and she does do terrible things to him. There's supposed to be a scene. I did read this part where in the hobbling scene, I think she actually cuts his leg off in the book.
In the book, yeah.
Yeah, and cauterizes it.
Yeah.
So it's way worse. But they went away from that and kind of made it like the hobbling scene alone was hard to watch.
What's interesting for me, I would say the lopping off and cauterizing is easier to take than the absolutely shattering of the ankle.
Well, seeing that first ankle like bend in the way it did, and then they didn't even need to show the second one, right? Like you just heard it and you saw that image and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's just bad.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Well, with that little bit about what they were going to do in the book, let's get into other things we read about the movie and the information we found in our bonus features. Chad, what else did you find when you were researching the film?
Annie Wilkes is based on Stephen King's addiction to cocaine, like his drug use at that time. So her whole, he felt trapped. He felt like he couldn't get away. And the drug is Annie, like basically saying, like, I love you, but just slowly destroying you. Right. So that was one thing I found. The other thing I found was actually like James Caan got hammered. And they filmed the whole day and they couldn't use any of the footage because he was hungover.
Oh,
It
no.
was so useless that they were just like, oh, it's horrible. We can't use any of the footage. So they went back. And when he found out that that's why it happened, he paid for everybody for the next day. Like, he was just like, he's like, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
and he went and tried to make it right. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Good on him. And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Sam, what research did you find?
So Misery was turned into a Broadway adaptation.
Yeah, I did hear that, yeah.
And it starred Bruce Willis and Laurie Metcalf. But originally it was actually going to star Julia Roberts in they tried to do it previously. But Stephen King actually vetoed the idea. He said, in his words, Annie is a brawny woman who can sling a guy around, not a pixie. And that's what he said about Julia Roberts.
It's true. Like Annie... to pull him out of the car, to haul him out, to like do all the stuff she did. Like she needs to be a bit of a beast, right? Yeah. I did see the Vertigo Theater do Misery.
Oh, how was it?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like they did such a good job.
Oh, that's good.
So it was very well done. That was back when I was teaching film and I took my class to that and it was cool. Amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah. I had seen the Broadway piece about this and then watching the film, I'm like, this very easily could be a stage play because the simple set design and the simple location.
Yeah, it's just a house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And really just a room and then 2 rooms, like mostly the kitchen and whatever, right? So and then just speaking of Annie as a whole, Kathy Bates is actually really well groomed compared to how she's described in the books, as you guys probably know.
Yeah.
In the novel, she's described as a huge blob of a woman who dressed dumpily and stank of dirt, half-spoiled food, and cheap makeup. So they think that in the film it makes her more sinister because she appears normal and more unassuming. So
oh, for sure. Yeah, if Jabba the Hutt walked in, you'd.
She was quite young for this role, wasn't she? Like I think she was very young when she played Annie Wilkes.
Born in 48, so she was 42.
Oh, well, that's not as young as I thought. I thought she was younger. Sorry. My bad.
Budget for the film was between 18 to 20 million, and box office it did 61.3, and it probably did very well in I'm guessing home purchase and rental.
For sure.
It's interesting because according to William Goldman, he was the one that suggested Kathy Bates to Reiner to play Annie Wilkes.
Oh yeah,
saying she was our first and only choice, but allegedly Angelica Houston was chosen to play Annie but had to decline because she had a previous film commitment. Other actresses considered for the role were Bette Midler, Jessica Lange, Barbara Streisand, Roseanne Barr, Rosie O'Donnell, and Vicki Lawrence. So
I really couldn't see anybody else playing this character.
No. I could maybe see Bette Midler.
So she, in my research, I saw that she actually turned the role down and then she called herself stupid later. Is what I found. So I think they did offer, or maybe she just straight off didn't offer, just said, no, I'm not doing that. Right.
Yeah. And maybe Bette Midler. Yeah. But what's up?
What else did you find?
I had that James Caan and Kathy Bates conflicted on set because she had a very strict theater background where she liked to do a lot of rehearsals, and James Caan was more of a like little rehearsal. Let's see what happens on set kind of thing. And so they butted heads quite a bit about that. When she commented to Rob Reiner that Caan was not attempting to relate or listen to her, Reiner told her to use that frustration toward her character.
Nice.
And then I had Jack Nicholson was offered the role of Paul Sheldon, but passed because he was not sure he wanted to do another movie based on a Stephen King novel after what he had experienced with Stanley Kubrick on The Shining. And from what I understand, Stanley Kubrick was a tough dude. So I don't imagine it was an enjoyable experience for him. And I know he and Shelley Long didn't get along. So he was probably like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. I don't think it has to do with the Stephen King material. It's 100% to do with Kubrick.
Yeah.
Do either of you have the information on who else was considered for Paul Sheldon?
No.
It's quite the like grocery list.
Really?
Robert Redford, Warren Beatty, William Hurt, Richard Dreyfuss, Dustin Hoffman, Robert De Niro, Gene Hackman, Jeff Daniels, Ed Harris, John Hurd, Ed O'Neill, Tim Allen, Robin Williams, Harrison Ford, Mel Gibson, Morgan Freeman, Kevin Kline, Denzel Washington, Bill Murray, and Bruce Willis.
Is this just like these are the actors at the time?
They were all, I think those were the box office big guys.
They were in a book.
They were all considered, which means they probably all showed up to do the first read.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington would have been interesting.
Yeah. Hoffman declined because he doesn't like violent movies. So he was obviously offered the role. Yeah. Sam, did you find anything else?
Just Rob Reiner studied Alfred Hitchcock movies to figure out how to shoot a thriller. He watched every single film. He had that on the brain so much that James Caan overheard him chastising himself one day on set, asking himself, who do you think you are? Alfred Hitchcock?
Yeah.
So he like fully embraced that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's it for me.
I'm done.
I had Kathy Bates winning the Oscar for Best Actress in this made her the first woman to win the award for a horror or thriller film.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think they really offer.
Not for horrors often, but a man had won prior, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I like this one. After viewing the hobbling scene at a screening, Caan reportedly turned to Rob Reiner and said, "You're a sick fuck."
Yeah, I did. I read that one. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I have differences between the book and the movie, but because Chad is still going through the book, I don't want to say anything. Sam, did you have anything else?
Just on that, you just made me, you reminded me. Annie Wilkes was ranked 17th most iconic villain in the American Film Institute's list of 100 heroes and villains.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think that's good. Yeah.
All right. And I'll just close off with international titles. Argentina called it Misery Between Passion and Danger.
Whoa.
It's like a telenovela.
Yeah.
Brazil called it Crazy Obsession. China was 10 Days of Crisis, which lasted longer than 10 days.
Way longer.
Slovakia called it Misery Doesn't Want to Die. Yeah. And then Taiwan, different translations, but either Thriller Game or Shiver Game.
Shiver Game.
Shiver Game.
Thriller Game's not bad, but.
Yeah. All right. Let's put this movie on our watchability scale. Sam, where would you put this?
I know you guys are going to go a little bit higher than me. I think I'm going to put it as a 7 for me, which
all right.
Just looking, I know you guys will go a little bit higher, I think, but it kind of goes in with that grouping on our list for me, or the 7.5 somewhere in there. So I'll go with the 7.
All right. I'm giving it the 10. I know there's a few things that that doesn't hold up or things that were in the shadows, but even Sam, you watching it for the first time in 2026 and like loving it and saying how good it was just shows me how great this movie is.
Yeah.
And the fact that I can go back to it and watch it over and over again and still get caught up in the moments and the tension just tells me it's a great film. So I'm putting it at the 10. Chad?
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's by far one of my favorite films.
Movies.
I enjoy it every time I watch it. Yeah.
What did it lose out to in 1990? What was the top film? Why didn't we do it?
Yeah.
Because it was 86, which is pretty high. So it must have been a really good
Arachnophobia was the best of the 1990.
You're kidding me.
This is way better.
This is better than Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia, Rotten Tomatoes was 93%. So
what?
No,
okay.
This one was better than that.
Yeah, this one's way better than that.
Yeah, I don't think it's a 10 for me, but I knew you guys were going to go really high. So when I looked, I was like,
You're
it's going to fit in there.
You're playing
the long game. I was
the
like,
averages.
I don't think it's a 10, but it is really good. But
The money ball of our watchability scale.
Yeah, that's right.
I looked and I was like, yeah, by putting it there, it fits in with, the like 8s, 9s kind of thing. Like, I don't think it's a 10 though.
It'll be on the 9 because 27 divided by 3.
Well, then it fits
Perfect.
fine. There we go.
All right. Well, thank you very much for placing it there. And thank you all very much for listening to us. Remember to follow us on Instagram. We are at ScreamStreamPod. Stop by our website, screamsandstreams.com, where we have information about our episodes, descriptions of our categories, links to our research, our watchability scale, and a page where you can recommend movies you want us to discuss. And please rate, comment on, and subscribe to our show on any of the platforms where you get our podcasts. Until next time, this has been
Sam
and
Chad.
And I'm Mike. Scare you later.